they're
I
going to
think what
be
they've done,
screwed.
I think what they might have done is they might have sat down with the Saudi government and put that together.
Well, if you read Nick Khan's statement defending WrestleMania going to Saudi Arabia, he said that it was kind of the next, I'll get the exact quote on it. I hate paraphrasing for people. It was just the next logical thing in business, right, to be going to.
Well,
That was actually the quote. It was a natural next step for us.
it's they're smart enough to know in Saudi Arabia that the oil's not going to be here forever, and they're trying to build an infrastructure and a culture and draws and like
Right.
I would be amazed if there's not some kind of either Universal, Disney, or one of those parks that go to Saudi. Nick Khan. Fans will travel to Saudi Arabia for WM.
Could happen someday. Could
Yeah.
happen someday. But I think societally, things have to change first, right? So the next order of business, we know it was a $250 million payday to host, right?
Yeah.
So that's what less than the next logical step in business. It's the payday. And in taking that payday, as I watch Rhea sometimes on social media with almost tearful exchanges with young girls who are dressed like her or have something for her and signing, and the popularity of the women's division now and the talent they're getting and the fact that it's such a draw.
Yeah, she's as big, if not the biggest worldwide star they have. Nick Khan. Fans will travel to Saudi Arabia for WM.
So those stars, you as WWE are putting in the position to have to, for your $250 million payday, to go to a place with the following human rights situation with women. Now, this is from Human Rights Watch as of 2024, this report. So their first codified law on personal status formally enshrines male guardianship over women and includes provisions that facilitate domestic violence and sexual abuse in marriage. The government did not consult Saudi's women's rights activists despite their campaign for a personal status law that would end discrimination against women. Instead, Saudi women's rights activists have faced arbitrary arrest, detention, torture, and travel bans. The personal status law requires women to obtain permission from their male guardian, typically their fathers or brothers, to marry. And married women are required to obey their husbands in a, quote, reasonable manner. If a woman refuses, without a, quote, legitimate excuse, to have sex with her husband, move into the marital home he provides, or stay overnight there, or travel with him, she loses her right to spousal maintenance from her husband, which includes food, housing, clothing, and basic needs. Men have a right to unilaterally divorce their wives, while women can only petition a court to dissolve the marriage, contract on limited grounds, and must establish harm that makes the continuation of the marriage impossible. The law does not define harm or what evidence can be submitted to support a case, leaving judges wide discretion to interpret the law and enforce it to maintain the status quo. The father remains the default guardians of his children, limiting the mother's ability to participate fully in important decisions related to her child. Even in cases where the parents do not live together and the court decides that the child should live with the mother, a mother can only act as a guardian of her children if a court appoints her. That's where you're sending Rhea, and that's where you're sending all the women on the roster that stand and pose with young ladies at these events. Nick Khan, the next logical step in business was a $250,000 check to subjugate
250 million.
250 million, what am I saying? To
Thousand.
subjugate what you've established a powerful woman should be with your product. You should suck a dick. Sorry. Not the parent of daughters, as you can tell, reading that story. You're going to have a sip of that water and then tell me how you feel.
God, I mean. Nick Khan. Fans will travel to Saudi Arabia for W.
Not asking them to go over and change the laws, but that's where you
No.
took a $250 million check from. He said fans are going to go travel over there to watch WrestleMania, not to worry that it's leaving the U.S. It's going to be big travel to Saudi Arabia from the United States.
I go back to as I've said before on the show. I ain't gonna play Sun City.
Nick Khan. Fans will travel to Saudi Arabia for W.
I know you
So-
wouldn't, brother. That's why you're my dude. I just wish other people in your stead were running things in the largest wrestling company in the world.
But
Well,
going back to where we were before this.
yeah. Nick Khan, fans will travel to Saudi Arabia for W.
There's that huge comedy thing that's about to go down over there.
I know, and there's some heat.
And there's like Whitney.
Nick Khan. Fans will travel to Saudi Arabia for W.
Whitney's there. I think there's several women that are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Khan. Fans will travel to Saudi Arabia for W.
Are going to do that comedy show. And
Oh, listen, I know people, men and women, prostitute themselves all the time.
I know, and I just think that as fucked up as life is, and our world is.
Nick Khan. Fans will travel to Saudi Arabia for W.
I mean, I believe it was Ted DiBiase that stated that everybody's got a price.
Exactly.
I saw Ted this weekend.
I saw you with Ted and Steve, actually. Sting. Yeah, there's some folks. I think everyone you're seeing on there will be playing the Riyadh Comedy Festival, unless anyone's backed out. I don't know. Is that Louis C.K.? I guess that's where he can get booked these days.
I thought that Whitney Cummings was.
She might be on the top.
There she is.
Right there she is. She's on the bottom. Yeah. All right. Well.
Is that Burr? Yeah, Burr's there.
Oh, there's what's his name for the? Just looking at the poster, everybody. Kevin. What the hell's his name? Comic. Does
Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart. Thank you. Yeah.
That's what you call it next to him.
On which side? On the right.
The black dude. He was in the movies with. Is that Tucker? Isn't it? Isn't that Chris Tucker?
Chris Tucker. Yeah.
Who's the dark-haired girl? That's not Silverstone.
No, on the bottom. I'm not sure who that is.
I don't know who that is.
All right, so you get your dose of comedy at the big comedy festival out there. Buy your ticket to Riyadh. Already happened last week, or this week if you're watching.
Steve, what did you hear anything about it?
Who were vocal against it? Was it Marin?
So Bill Burr got a lot of flack for doing it because he happened to like speak out against like the billionaire stuff like early on, and so he's the one that's been getting a lot of big time heat for it. But yeah, I mean, like everybody, like Louis C.K. kind of defended himself on a couple of them and kind of was like a little more diplomatic. Bill's pushed back about it. He's my favorite comedian, so I feel bad about that. But yeah, it's got a lot of controversy for
what
it.
happens with also, man, is you get to a certain point in your life, and like I saw a thing the other day. They were talking about the NBA players, and they picked the top three. I'll just use one that everybody knows. LeBron James. Mm-hmm. LeBron James, I think his salary is $58 million. His take home is $20 million.
Nick Khan. Fans will travel to Saudi Arabia for W.
Absolutely. Yeah, I get that.
That's crazy.